Hey guys, welcome to Mondays with Mark. I'm Mark, and this is SmokeySteveAndMarc. Oh, yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so nice to see you. How are you? How are you? How are you? Did you have a nice weekend? I hope so. More importantly, do you have any good plans for the week? I hope you do. Hey, remember, do something nice for yourself this week, okay? All right, for real. You know what? Some restrictions are being lifted a little bit. Maybe you can go to the movies or to your spa, or heck, check out Amazon and buy yourself that shirt you always wanted, all right? Really, seriously, promise me. That's pinky promise, okay? Promise me that you're not going to forget yourself this week and do something nice for yourself, okay? And if that little voice inside your head says, no, you can't, you just turn around and tell him, Mark said it's okay, all right? All right. And I'm going to do the same. Pinky promise. Where the heck did that come from? I have no idea. So, seriously, we have a fun episode for you tonight. Yes, it is St. Patrick's Day week. Oh, yeah, but first, we have a little bit of business to take care of. So, the intro to the intro, of today's video, that little clip at the beginning, yeah, we call them intros to the intro. I don't know what they're really called. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, those were the crystal Easter eggs that we did in Friday's video. It didn't make it into the video. And I must apologize for that video being out so late that night. I got home actually late from work that day too, and everything was just pushed back and so I think it got out at like 11 at night or something. But so I do apologize about that. But those were the eggs, and I wanted to give you a little close-up of them to show you, what they looked like. They were very, very, very cool looking. I really enjoyed them. I'm in the process of making some more, so I have a whole basket of them. I think that would look really, really nice. And also, going back a little further to our cat scratch fever video, y'all, my biggest fear came true. I tried so hard to make that to make it as nice as possible, and one of the fears I had was that I was going to forget, one of the photos that our viewers sent in for our kitty cat montage, and I did. So it seems as if Boris the cat is very, very upset. So upset, he will not let his mom, English tea drinker, watch us on TV. Nope. So anyway, Boris, you have your own featured spot right here. I apologize for leaving you out of the cat scratch fever video. So hopefully you'll let your mom watch us on TV now, okay? Okay. All right. No, there were so many photos, and they came from, email and instant messenger and Instagram and Facebook, and I thought I got them all, but I know sometimes it happens, so my apologies. But anyway, on to tonight's episode. Yes, so I said it is St. Patrick's Day week, and every day this week we have something about St. Patrick's Day that we're going to put in our videos, including tonight. Oh yeah, tonight, we are going to make some Irish potato custard pie. It's so delicious. It really, really is. But, let's see what else. Tuesday, tomorrow, we are going to talk all about the four-leaf clover. Oh, yeah, I have some interesting facts about that. And then Wednesday, we're going to learn how to grow potatoes in pots. Yeah, right on our porch. It's going to be so cool. Now, let's get right on to it. I put together a little vignette for you about the history of St. Patrick's Day. Oh, it is so cool. It is so cool, guys. I didn't know some of this stuff. It was really, really cool. So, we typically associate St. Patrick's Day with like drinking green beer and wearing green so we don't get pinched. But do you know like the true history of St. Patrick's Day? Well, it turns out that it's much, much more interesting than, leprechauns and four-leaf clovers. Check it out. Hey guys, Mark here with another vignette for you. Oh yeah, today we are talking St. Patrick's Day. So we typically associate St. Patrick's Day with drinking green beer and wearing green so nobody pinches us, right? But do you know the true history of St. Patrick's Day? Well, as it turns out, it's a little more interesting than leprechauns and four-leaf clovers, for sure. And it starts with St. Patrick himself. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated on March 17th, no matter the day of the week. This day was chosen for the holiday because it is the anniversary of St. Patrick's death, an actual person who lived more than 1,000 years ago. In the 5th century, a British man named Patrick had a vision of himself visiting Ireland and bringing Christianity to the people there. The story goes that he traveled throughout Ireland using a shamrock or a three-leaved clover to explain the Trinity. Each of the clover's leaves represented the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And this is why the national flower of Ireland is the shamrock. When St. Patrick died on March 17th, 461, his death date became a national religious holiday in Ireland. Families would go to church in the morning and then celebrate for the rest of the day by eating corned beef, having parties, and drinking beer, a tradition that is now celebrated on St. Patrick's Day all over the world. Now, more than 1,000 years later, the tradition of the St. Patrick's Day parade began. And interestingly enough, it didn't happen in Ireland. So Irish soldiers who were serving in the army held a march in New York City in 1772 on St. Patrick's Day. And since that date, most major cities in the U.S. host St. Patrick's Day parades. And one of the most famous of all the parades is right here in our hometown of Scranton. Pretty cool, huh? And that's your vignette for today. I hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you next time, okay? Pretty cool, huh? That's pretty interesting. And yeah, last year, the St. Patrick's Day parade here was canceled due to the pandemic, and this year it has been too as well. So, well, hopefully by the time next year comes around, we can get right back to celebrating St. Patrick's Day with our parade here in Scranton. It's a lot of fun, it is. But, so, on to our next thing we're gonna do. Oh yes, we're gonna make an Irish potato custard pie. And guys, it's so delicious, and it's very, very simple to make too. So let's go to the kitchen, all right? Let's go. Okay, so we are back in the kitchen, and I'm going to share with you a recipe that is so delicious and just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Oh yes, I'm talking Irish potato custard pie. Oh, it's so delicious, guys. So this recipe has been in my family for years and years and years. It was given to my grandmother by her sister and then passed on and on and on. Now, my grandmother's sister got this recipe from the Old Farmer's Almanac. And when I received the recipe, that's actually what kind of turned me on to the Old Farmer's Almanac. It's one of my favorite websites and magazines, like, ever. They have fantastic recipes to check out. So if you haven't checked them out, go do it. Go do it. Really, really, really fun. So this recipe, yes, it does. It uses potatoes in it, and it's a sweet pie, and you're going to love it. So let's gather our ingredients, all right? Okay, for this recipe, you will need 3 eggs, 2 cups of half and half, or you could also use light cream, 2 cups of mashed potatoes, which have been whipped and no lumps in them, and they've been cooled slightly, 1 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then you'll need 1 10-inch pie pastry which has been uncooked but prepared to go. In addition to that, you'll need some grated nutmeg, and if you'd like, 2 tablespoons of Irish whiskey. Oh yeah. Okay, so a note about the mashed potatoes. So you can use any potato you want for this recipe. I used russet potatoes. And your goal is to have 2 cups of mashed potatoes ready to go. And you want them to be slightly cool. They don't have to be cold. They just have to be, slightly cooled off a little bit. You don't want them piping hot, okay? So to get 2 cups of mashed potatoes, about a potato this size, we used 3 of them, and we diced them up into about 1-inch chunks, and we boiled them for about 10 minutes, and they were just perfect. Now, you can make your mashed potatoes any way you want. Just don't add any extra seasonings. Don't use salt or pepper. You can absolutely, and I recommend using butter and some more cream in it if you'd like. That would be just perfect. But you want your mashed potatoes to be whipped with no lumps in it, okay? All right. Just a little note about potatoes there. Okay. So our first step, we're going to take our eggs and we are going to beat them just slightly, okay? All right. Okay, so I let the eggs beat for just about a minute on low speed just to mix them up a little bit. And now we're going to add pretty much the rest of our ingredients, starting with our cream, or our half and half. Okay, we're going to add that, followed by our mashed potatoes, our sugar, our salt, and our vanilla in that order, allowing it to mix just a little bit after each addition. Okay, so now we're gonna beat our mixture until it's nice and smooth. That is just perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. There we go. Okay, so on to the next step. So you will need to have a pie crust ready to go. I have mine ready to go here. Now you can do a homemade pie crust or you can use a store-bought one. I prefer homemade, of course, but store-bought ones are a fantastic alternative. They taste really good, okay? So you're going to want to put it in your pie pan and do a nice flute around the edge just like that. Now what we want to do is we want to cover our fluted edge so that it doesn't burn and help prevent, excess browning on it. So we're just going to take some little strips of aluminum foil and we're going to just kind of cover our edges like this. A little crimp there just to cover it up. It'll protect it from getting too brown. Now, we're going to remove this a little bit later, but for now, that's what you want, okay? All right, so now we pour. So, a custard pie is a pie that is made by using an uncooked custard poured into an uncooked pastry shell and then baked together. Much, much different than a cream pie, which uses a cooked custard filling, and then that is put into a cooked pastry shell. Now, some common custard pies are pumpkin pie, chess pie, coconut cream pie, and the one we're making today, our Irish potato custard pie. Yum, yum. Oh, yes, looking good. Okay, so now we're going to sprinkle it with a little bit of nutmeg right on top there. Again, personal preference with how much you like. I like just to have a little splattering of nutmeg, just like so, just to get the whiff of it, All right, perfect. And now we bake. Oh yeah, so we're going to bake this at a 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes, okay? And then I'll check back in with you. All right? Okay, so it's been 40 minutes. So now what we're going to do is take it out of the oven and we're going to carefully remove the foil from it. And then we're going to put it back in the oven and let it continue to bake for about 15 to 20 minutes until it's nice and set. Now you can check that by just putting a toothpick in the center, and if it comes out clean, you're good to go. So this gives us the perfect opportunity to make some really cute accents for the pie. We're going to make some pie crust cookie shamrocks, okay? And they look like that. Look how cute. All right, so let's make them now, okay? All right. Okay, so we need to make some embellishments for our pie. So we're going to make some shamrock pie crust cookies, okay? So all we're going to do is find a shamrock cookie cutter. I love this little set. Isn't it cute? It was from the Pampered Chef. I got it years ago. It's so cool. So I have my shamrock cookie cutter. We have some prepared pie pastry here ready to go. And all we're going to do is cut out our shamrocks, okay? And if you're lucky enough, it'll stick and you can just put it right onto a parchment-lined baking sheet like that. All right? Now your pie pastry, you want it to be, between 1/8 and 1/4 inch thick, okay? To make these delicious, yummy, crispy cookies, all right? So our pie is going to make enough for 8 slices, so I'm going to do 8 shamrocks. Now, after we do that, we are going to sprinkle them with some sugar. Oh yeah. And then we're going to sprinkle them with a little bit of nutmeg. Oh yeah. If you like nutmeg, do a lot. I think that's a little too much, but you get the picture. All right. So once that's done, you pop it into a 350-degree oven for about 8 to 12 minutes until it's nice and puffy and lightly browned, okay? All right. That's it for this. Ooh, it looks nice. Okay, so I put it back in the oven for exactly 15 minutes, and it turned out perfect. So the total baking time for my pie tonight was 55 minutes. And look, looks great. Now, it cooled a little bit. It's been cooling for about 15 minutes. So when you take it out, it'll be a little more puffy than that, and it settles a little bit. But, oh, what a work of art. So now it is time to decorate our pie. So we made our little shamrocks, and it is simple as placing them right along the edge like this. And I like to try to make it even like this, so every slice gets one, and we'll just place them all around like so. And the last one, there we go. And there we have it, our Irish potato custard pie. Ooh, oh, I can't wait to dig in. Ah! Okay, so now you want to serve this at room temperature with some fresh whipped cream. And you can keep it stored in the fridge for up to a week. I always like to keep it in an airtight container of some sort. One of those big Ziploc freezer bags works just perfectly. Now, what I'll do is I will post this recipe over on Facebook so you can download and print it out and make it yourself. And if you do, definitely shoot me a picture. I love to see your creations. And I'll share those pictures over on Facebook too, all right? So I hope you enjoyed our recipe today. I think I might just dig into this right now. I am. So what'd you think? Not bad, huh? It looks good. I can't wait to have a slice tonight. I tell you, it brought back a lot of memories too. I remember my grandmother making this for St. Patrick's Day every year. I'm looking forward to it and everything. So yeah, it brought back some memories too. And you know what? There's you can change it up a little bit too. I think it would taste fantastic if you added about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of grated lemon zest. Ooh, I think that would make it just pop. I think that would be great too. So yes, I will post that recipe over on Facebook and Instagram so you can download it and print it out and try it yourself. And I guess that's about it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video tonight, the recipe and learning about St. Patrick's Day. I hope you have a fantastic week. Remember, you gotta do something nice for yourself this week, okay? We pinky promise this, okay? All right. Now, please remember to stay safe and stay well, but above all else, stay positive, okay? I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.